How the fuck did Jimmy talk Tuco down from giving these guys a death sentence to just 6 months probation? Better Call Saul is one of my favorite shows. It expertly builds anticipation and rewards you with devastating payoffs. But it was this scene that got me absolutely hooked, and since then I always wondered how Jimmy got Tuco to calm down and be reasoned with. So in an effort to learn exactly how he did it, I not only found the strategy which he uses, but the 3 tools it employs, with the last one being one of the most effective yet most common tool that we subconsciously use in our everyday conversations. But I'm not just going to tell you how they work, I'll also try to explain why they're so effective. But before we dive in, let's have a quick recap. If you haven't seen the show yet, this is Jimmy, a scam artist turned lawyer who unfortunately got these 2 skater guys to try to scam this old lady, who just happens to be Tuco's grandmother. And this is Tuco.
Eso es mi alfombra.
Dérame la salsa.
So as Tuco tries to kill these 2 guys, how does Jimmy convince him not to? Well, I found out that he uses a strategy called tactical empathy. In the world of high-stakes negotiation, as written by this former FBI hostage negotiator, tactical empathy is the difference between a live hostage and a dead one. And it's all about understanding the hostage taker or your counterpart, not sympathizing, not pitying, but recognizing how things must feel for them, and making them feel that you understand them. But why is this important? Because it helps you achieve the 2 vital functions that determine a successful negotiation. Gathering information, which we can then use to influence their behavior. And given these facets, despite Tuco's power over the whole situation and his conviction to do what he's about to do, Jimmy actually has the upper hand, because he knows why Tuco wants to kill these 2 guys. And it's because they messed with his grandmother.
Crazy old biznatch. Biznatch.
So right before Tuco is about to skin them alive, Jimmy initiates his tactical strategy by saying this.
Hey, think about their mother. She works hard, scrubbing the floors of rich people.
Now this definitely got Tuco's attention. Jimmy uses his sympathy for his grandmother as a reference point to guide the negotiation into where he wants it to go. And we can even see what almost looks like sympathy on Tuco's face. He tries to nudge even more, but nonetheless Tuco deflects, until Jimmy pulls the first tool out of his ass and says,
When I was at your abuelita's place, you were going to let them go. Way I see it, that's because you're tough, but you're fair. You're all about justice.
That was labeling, a tool that requires understanding your counterpart's feelings and labeling those emotions by putting them into words and saying it to their face. And the reason it works so well is because when you give someone's feelings a name, it shows that you understand them, that on some level, you get why they're making these choices. And because of that, all their pent-up feelings go out in the open, meaning the intensity of the emotion within them has diffused, spread out, leaving you with a reaction that kinda looks like this.
That's what I'm saying. Justice.
The first sign of agreement, a crack in his normal demeanor, but more importantly, the go signal for Jimmy to shimmy his way through that opening, and he drives hard. Although he's not looking for more concessions, because a better way through this is getting Tuco to say no.
You already beat the living hell out of them. Do you think they're ever going to forget today?
It's not enough.
That was a second tool in action, getting the other person to say no or something close to it. And despite this looking like it's going in the opposite direction, it actually gives Jimmy a pretty good handle of what's on the table and what's not. But more importantly, he gives Tuco the illusion of safety and control. This is because the reason we say no to people is mainly driven by 2 things. First, it provides us safety by avoiding risks and keeping us in our comfort zone, and 2, it allows us to exercise authority to let the other guy know who's in control. And once Jimmy gets Tuco to believe he's the one in charge, he's now in a position to nudge Tuco in the direction he believes he wants to go.
Then let's talk proportionality. Now you have to decide what's the right sentence.
Like a judge.
Like a judge.
And that was the third and most commonly used tool called mirroring. In the negotiation world, it's basically repeating the last 1 to 3 words the other person says back to them. It helps to get them talking, or in this case, reinforce the connection Jimmy's trying to build with Tuco. And what's even cooler is that we do this all the time in real life. When we feel like we're connecting with other people, we unconsciously sort of copy them, mimicking their body language, mirroring their reactions, or in this case, repeat what they say. And it's very effective, but at the same time, it feels natural. So natural, in fact, that Tuco might not have even noticed that he does it twice.
Eye for an eye?
Eye for an eye.
Make the punishment fit the crime.
Punishment fit the crime.
So while he's thinking of a way to punish these guys, he's also playing by the rules set by Jimmy's domain. And as he blurts out every idea that comes to mind, Jimmy swoops in at the right moment, repeats his words back to him with some minor adjustments, and when he sees that Tuco is still on the edge, he reels him in and closes the deal with the exact same tool he used to get through him in the first place.
1 leg each? Total of 2 legs. They can't skateboard for 6 months, and they're scared of you forever. And you show everybody that you are the man, but that you're fair, that you're just.
One leg each.
That's tough. That's fair.
So to recap, Jimmy uses tactical empathy and 3 tools at his disposal, mainly labeling, getting them to say no, and mirroring to gather information and influence Tuco's decision, ultimately convincing him to turn a death sentence to a 6-month probation. And if you're wondering, this is the exact book I read on the topic. And there are, of course, more effective ways to utilize these tools, but there are also limitations to them as well. Though despite that, I do believe that the way Jimmy uses them suits him pretty well, because primarily, Jimmy is a salesman. He has his own effective way of doing things, and I think that's what makes his character so convincing. It's the way he talks, the way he carries himself, and the fact that his methods are both unpredictable yet so entrancing that I just can't help but be taken for the ride. But what do you think? Have you ever noticed these tools being used on you? Or have you used them on other people? And if so, how'd it go? Leave your comments below. Thanks for sticking till the end, and I'll see you again in the next one.